What's up, everybody? We're back with another edition of the Ad Podcast live from TechCon San Diego, and we have Jonathan Hung with us, managing partner from Entrepreneur Ventures. Jonathan, thanks so much for coming on, man.
Of course, thank you.
So how's your show been for you so far? How's TechCon been?
No, it's been great. I mean, it's great to San Diego's building up their tech scene and meeting some great people along the way.
Awesome. Yeah, we're the fifth fastest growing city in the nation right now, if you can believe
Yeah,
that.
I bet. It's not just because of Ron Burgundy, yeah.
A lot of people coming from San Francisco, from LA. Dallas is the third largest market that people are moving here from.
Okay.
So what was the main reason you came to TechCon this year?
Well, you know, a good friend of mine, Amit Singh, he's been on the board. He asked, he introduced me to Faisal and all that. And so I was like, oh, we're great. It was a free weekend. You know, we were just at CES. I go back to Vegas actually on Sunday for another conference.
For affiliate?
Kind of, no, it's for fancy foods, because you know what we do is CPG investing as well. We're one of the few VCs out there that actually touch CPG.
I love it. Well, on that note, what is your mandate this year? What kind of companies are you looking for?
You know, I'm a dating fund, right? I tell people I'm just indexing. I'm trying to find really great early stage companies, you know, write 25, 50K checks and pre-seed to seed under 20 million valuation. And I'm here to help, not just with a small check, but also with our media side from Entrepreneur.
Nice. Have you met any interesting companies so far this weekend?
Yeah, there's a couple here and there, you know, pitching me their tech, and it's like, yeah, let's just follow up. Let's learn more, right? I'm probably not the best for biosciences, right, or biotechnologies, but hey, if there is some sort of hardware play or there's some sort of company where, you know, we can amplify you from our media side, why not, you know?
Love that. So you talked about the idea of the media side. You know, it seems to be kind of a growing trend within the venture community. You're not bringing just capital now, you're not just bringing expertise as an operator, but you're bringing a big fat megaphone with you as well. Can you talk a little bit about that strategy and how are you guys building your own channels to help amplify your portfolio?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, I mean, the media kit is crazy for Entrepreneur, right? We still have, it went up last year from this year. It's like 3.8 million readers.
Wow, okay.
You know, 20 million unique monthly visitors to all our different platforms. So our platforms include our television network, right? Where I've been a judge on Elevator Pitch. And other shows are being made as we speak. I'm creating actually a podcast network for Entrepreneur Ventures under the Entrepreneur Media brand. And we have our articles that we write for the .com. I'm going to be writing for the magazine itself soon as well. So all these opportunities, and like Entrepreneur has books. We're writing a book together as well.
Nice. And then events, I imagine, still an important component of the portfolio.
Absolutely. We're going to so many events. Like we were just at CES. I'm going to go, as I said, the Fancy Food Expo West is coming up in March. We're going to go to South by Southwest events, and hopefully in Miami, Florida, New York, of course. We're doing Tech Week, SF, of course, LA. We're there, based
Full
there.
dance card.
Yeah. You know, try to go top 12 cities, and that's why we're here in San Diego, right? Maybe this will be a top 15 then, as we grow. Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome.
That's a short drive.
So tell me a little bit, so you're on a panel as well?
Yep.
Okay, and what's the topic?
How to get your first outside check, right? Because we're early stage investing, so how do you get me excited? How do you get me to want to take a meeting?
Anything you want to tease about what you're going to talk about?
Already did it, so it was just about, I talk about execution. It's all about execution. Like, I don't care about your 20-year plan, how you're going to be a multi-billion-dollar business. Tell me, like, this amount of money you're going to raise, and what are you going to do in the next 12 months?
Yeah.
That's all that matters to me.
And are you looking for a certain amount of traction for pre-seed things, or are you willing to invest in teams?
I do invest in teams, right? And it just depends on each situation, because that's the thing about venture capital is power law. I mean, my one investment in one company has nothing to do with the other. Wow. So they're all siloed off.
Got it. Anything in the portfolio right now that you're super excited to talk about, you think is going to grow substantially this year?
I think with a fresh round of capital, Lucihub has done a great job. I don't know if you've heard of that app, but it's a reservation app system. But it's way more than that. It's a lot of data play as well. But have you ever seen the movie American Psycho?
Yeah, of course.
So in Patrick Bateman in that movie says, hey, I want a Friday 8 o'clock reservation at Lucihub. And the maitre d' laughs at him the whole time. They named the company after that fake restaurant.
I love
you know,
that.
so it's basically get into hard to get places to get reservation at a good time, and you're not paying for the reservation, you're just saying you're committing to a spend. Like if you want to go to Carbone tonight, you know, I'll say I'll spend $500 a person.
Interesting. So basically it's variable pricing, and allowing people in who are willing to commit to a certain ticket size ahead of time.
Because most restaurants have no idea what that table A for table B is going to spend. But if I can tell you, I'm going to spend this amount of money, that's great. We do that at Disneyland for the Lightning Pass. We do that for hotels or plane tickets. What's the difference?
Wow, that's pretty innovative. Are you seeing a lot of other models? That feels like a kind of a premium, like made for the 1%er, top 5% of consumers. That's actually a big component of who we're trying to program to at Lost In. We call them the Economy Plus traveler. They're willing to pay extra to sit up front. They're willing to pay extra for exclusive experiences. What do you think the marketplace looks for or is looking for this year for trying to monetize that person who cares more about experiences than they do about things?
I think consumer tech is back.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity where it's not just B2B SaaS or just AI agents and all that. I mean, I think, you take a look, all these Fortune 500 are cutting people. Mark Zuckerberg's on Joe Rogan talk about cutting people, right? And we want the best of the best. And there you go, that's fine. But you know what? People have money now. A new administration starting soon, right? Next week.
Yeah.
And we're going to find ways of hopefully getting more money into people's pockets and spending.
So what is your outlook in a broader sense for 2025? Do you think purse strings are going to start opening up, more companies getting funded, more Series A rounds?
I think so, absolutely. I think I'm an LP in over 30 plus funds.
Wow.
And, hey, newsflash here is all, we're actually investing in Lost In.
Nice.
Committed
Let's
into
go.
the ground
You
with
heard
John
it first.
So, he's got to send the paperwork. But from my perspective, it's, there was so much dry powder left. I could tell. You know how I could tell? Because I'm an LP. Why I know this? Not enough capital's been called. Because there's this dirty little secret out there you don't realize. Most funds, they can't raise their next fund unless they call 70% of the current fund that they're deploying out of.
Wow.
So I've seen a lot of guys last couple of years are like, oh, we're at 50, 55, 60, and slow dripping it. And now it's just like, no, these guys are at 70. They're ready to say you know what? The ones that are won or were winning, we can raise off that now.
What about the IPO markets and the M&A side at the top of the funnel?
There's definitely more windows coming up. We just saw Service Titan, that's a local company for us in Southern California and Glendale. They're doing well. They're holding up strong. I think there's a lot of other great companies on the horizon. Like you see, they're filing their S1s, right? Whether it's also like Liquid Death. I spoke to somebody on the board there, hey, that's coming out to market soon, right? You have Chime looking at opportunities as well. I mean, all this secondary sales of SpaceX, I think we're going to wait. Databricks, we're going to wait. But you never know. Could be Notion coming up. It just depends on where they're growing and what the investors are likely to do. If they're okay to wait, if they're willing to give you more equity or do tender offers for employees to keep them happy, they'll stay private.
I love that. Any other panels coming up today that you're interested in taking a listen to? Anything that's exciting you?
Just hearing other great speakers, honestly. It's not about me I want to learn about venture capital. I do that for a day job. It's really that's something I didn't think about doing.
You're looking for the insight.
Yeah, and really I'm on another panel about pitches, right? That'll be interesting, hearing a pitch event, right? And doing it live.
I love that.
In front of so many people, the pressure's on.
The Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Let's go. So we talked about going to CES last week. I don't think I went to a single panel at CES that wasn't about AI.
Oh yeah,
We're talking about the Consumer Electronics Show. We're supposed to be talking about hardware.
Yep.
In your opinion, is AI another hype train? Is it NFTs? Is it crypto? Is it the metaverse? Or is it a lasting component of what venture is going to look like moving forward?
I think it's just everyone's going to use email. Everyone's going to, use internet. Why not? I mean, it's not about, hey, it's going to change the whole game. It might. Certain companies, OpenAI, have a great lead. Anthropic have a great lead. But it's just about how can I use this for my business to make it better. I think that's the key. There's certain companies that are totally AI eccentric, ChatGPT and all that. But how can I make incorporating it to make my jobs easier, right? Maybe I don't need to hire as many people. Maybe it takes a day versus a week to get something done now because of AI. It's just a tool that you add in.
It's productivity.
Yeah, that's it.
Love it. Awesome, man. Well, hey, really appreciate you coming on. Anywhere you want to point people to connect with you or learn more about what you're up to?
Yeah, I think always LinkedIn's great. Jonathan Hung, Hung, pretty easy. Or go to our website, entrepreneur.vc. I pay 10 grand for that.
Let's go. Jonathan Hung, everybody. Cheers.
Thank you.